Throughout my falconry career, I've only really dabbled in any pest control work just when I've been asked to over the years. That was until January of this year, 2024. It's now November, and in this video I'm going to explain why I've decided to actually quit doing the pest control falconry. Now, firstly, let me explain quickly what it is. It's where you take hawks like this one. This is Maverick, one of my Harris hawks, around sites like factories, bus depots, waste disposal venues, all sorts of things, even schools and hospitals and various places. It goes all around the country and in America and other parts of the world as well. And the idea is that the hawk, the predator, naturally scares away the pest birds such as pigeon and seagull and things like that. And it's seen as being the most sort of humane way of clearing the birds, although sometimes the hawks do catch the odd pigeon, and that is one of the issues actually I'll come on to shortly, which of course the clients don't mind because you are literally bringing down the numbers. So what I'll do is take this bird's gear off. He's wearing his flying dresses there. I've got a bell on, the transmitter's on, sit still, and cast him off over there. So it was around mid-January and I got a phone call asking from a larger company if we could cover some of the sites they had, so subcontracted work. And we agreed because we saw some fantastic advantages to doing this kind of pest control work. One of those advantages is that every single day that it's booked in, every week of the year, we go out and get that work completed, and we know how much we're making, and we know where we're going, what we're doing. So it's nice regular income. It's one of the best ways falconers can actually earn a living by doing pest control work. Now, we actually get paid per site just £65, and that's for a 2-hour visit. So you're flying the bird for about 90 minutes or so, because at the beginning you've got to sign in, start your paperwork, and at the end you've got to then do the paperwork and submit. So it's probably about 90 minutes of actually flying the bird. And this, in some respects, is one of the issues, because you're having to fly a bird that normally does a 10 to 15 minute flying show or flying experience into something that's lasting 90 minutes. But we're doing 3 sites a day, so the bird is having to do that 90-minute flight 3 times a day. Now, it's not doing it every day of the week, so it's not getting overworked, and actually it's really good fitness training for the bird, because it means that they are going to get lots of extra flying in and a lot more stamina built up and things like that. But essentially what's happened more recently is we've been doing a lot of marketing for the private bookings that we do, which is all the sort of schools, care homes, nurseries, private experiences, flying experiences, etc. And we have been filling that diary up so much with that work, we've learned that actually we don't even need the pest control anymore. Now, I have tried to get our own work because, as you can imagine, £65 per visit isn't really very much money, and if we could get our own gigs, that would be fantastic. It's actually surprisingly hard to market yourself when you're not a big company, you know, when you're not Ecolab or Rent-A-Kill, or even one of the big suppliers like NBC or any of those kind of pest control firms, because the work we've been doing has been a very big company that's been passed down or subcontracted to another company that's been subcontracted down to us. And then I'm paying a falconer to do most of the work to go out. So my margin on the top of that is absolutely minuscule. So fundamentally, there are 3 main reasons why I've decided to give up on this pest control we're doing. And number 1 is about the money. Why send someone for a 9-hour day to do only £195 when we can quite easily sell our other services and make £300 a day minimum? In fact, during the summer holidays or the Easter holidays or the Halloween season, we could be doing £500 to £1,000 a day in revenue, and it's probably a shorter day as well. But the second reason is to do with the actual work we're doing. If you compare flying a hawk in a factory to flying a hawk in a flying arena, for example, you're flying the hawk much longer in the factory or that pest control site, so there's more time that that bird could catch a pigeon, get distracted, fly off, etc. More likely something bad happen. Now, in all the hours we've done this year flying our birds at sites, we haven't lost any birds, though we have momentarily. In fact, there was one windy day and we had to climb into the back garden of an elderly gentleman up on a barbed wire fence which was covered in coats, and eventually coaxed him down with about 8 chicks. Why did it take 8 chicks to coax him down in one go? Because he had caught a pigeon in this little tree within a railway line, so we couldn't get right into the tree so easily. And it's a great example of some of the things that can happen when we're flying birds at these sites. You compare that to a flying arena, we almost never have a problem. Worst thing that happens is towards the end of the show, the hawk goes into a tree, doesn't seem to come down from there, it's a bit far away, oh, never mind, he walk over, he comes straight down. That's kind of the difference we've got. So it's just a harder kind of format of flying a bird essentially for that time, and this is something that a lot of falconers don't realise. When they start doing pest control work, they realise it is actually a little bit more demanding. And that leads on to the third reason really, which is actually that it gets a bit boring after a while, a bit lonely in fact. We really enjoy educating people, young children, adults. We love enriching the lives of the elderly in the care homes and things like that. So once you've done the same site a dozen times or so, it does get a bit kind of boring and a bit lonely. You're just walking around flying your hawk and that's about it. So those are the reasons why we've decided that we're going to stop the falconry. We have given them a 2-month notice, so we're doing to the end of the year, and of course it doesn't mean we're never going to do any pest control work again with our birds. It just means that for now we'd much rather sell our main services, concentrate on that and leave the pest control to someone else. So I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope you found it interesting as well. Thanks for watching.